One of the biggest cities in China, Wuhan was the first identified epicenter of COVID-19. After reporting a cluster of unusual pneumonia cases there, officials suspended travel from the city's airport and railway stations. The city's 11 million residents were placed under strict lockdown. On January 21st, the U.S. confirmed its first coronavirus case. By the end of the month, the U.S. declared a public health emergency, but Washington didn't act like there was one.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
But it didn't. By March, the U.S. was the global epicenter with more than 430,000 confirmed cases and nearly 15,000 deaths. Trump still disdained mask wearing. He even suggested injecting disinfectants as a possible remedy.
Right, and then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
By early April, Wuhan's lockdown was already over. China had contained the outbreak through strict mask mandates, social distancing, and mandatory quarantines. The U.S. still reports more cases than any nation on Earth, with more than 2.5 times the number of cases in India, the country with the second most cases. Less than a year after Trump said the virus would just disappear, 500,000 Americans have perished from it. China has around 100,000 cases and under 5,000 deaths, more than 100 times fewer deaths than the U.S. Following a chaotic presidential transition, the new U.S. President Joe Biden pleaded with Americans to take precautions.
Wear a mask, if not for yourself, for your loved ones, for your country.
His message that fell on deaf ears in certain U.S. states where residents see masks as a curb on their freedoms.
The United States culture and the Chinese culture are very different. Being individualistic has its advantages as a society, but having an individualistically oriented society in the face of a pandemic is a major disadvantage. I think what we did wrong was we didn't recognize that a lot of the things that work very well for the United States in circumstances where there's no pandemic will not work well in the face of a pandemic.
The Biden administration's first month in office has seen a decline in the number of cases and deaths, coinciding with the vaccinations. The difference in outcomes are stark. The reasons why will likely be debated by scientists for a long time to come. Ediz, Tiyansan, CGTN, Los Angeles.